to the left of you, and
What?
now I'm going to sit on the right of you and see if it changes anything at all.
Maybe
I highly doubt it will.
Maybe this is the moment where we figure out this is the setup we need. Not,
you to the left of me?
Yeah.
And me to the right of you?
Not the change of scenery or getting a proper studio or upgrading our equipment in any kind of way.
Just our seating arrangement.
Yeah, just the seating arrangement on where we are. We're still in the same exact spot. Also, we're not going to make the intro as long as it was the last episode. Hello, welcome to the hit podcast that's sweeping the nation, or the local nation, being the Illinois and Missouri nation. Yep.
Our dual state, fun, spectacular, most wonderful podcast on the planet. Do you guys remember the name? Because we do. Because we are
Two Schmucks and a Mic. I feel like when we say it sounds, I don't know, like I I feel like the way we say it is exactly how it is. We have a logo on Twitter, at least, and they.
I know.
Yeah. And
shout out to the artist. Sam knows the artist.
It's my friend Carly. I linked her Instagram in the Twitter post, and you should give her a follow. She does all the good shit. It's amazing.
Shout out to Carly. Thank you, you wonderful human being, for giving us such an awesome logo. I like the logo a lot.
I do as well. It's very fitting, and there's like an 80s aesthetic.
Yeah,
like an 80s cartoon aesthetic.
With the like kind of neon colors like plastered right there, right on top of the word bubbles and everything.
Yeah, I just love it a lot. And cause like I whenever I asked her about like doing it, I was like, hey, so you know the hit podcast Two Schmucks and a Mic, right? And she's like, what?
Who are you?
Well, that would have been even worse considering we've been friends for years. But so that was, it's fine. We're getting there. We're getting, I don't know. We're really going off in the world.
Right. But I guess we're gonna. I don't know why I said I guess. I apologize for a lot of things, but we're gonna link Carly's Instagram probably into the end, or not end product, but once this gets edited and uploaded to YouTube, it'll probably be in the description somewhere. Okay.
Of course.
And also the thumbnail will be the logo.
Yeah.
We have retroactively fit the logo into the thumbnail for the past videos.
The thumbnails anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll technology's weird.
And we'll probably have the logo up now as our image for the rest of the episodes that we have until we probably get maybe an updated one.
Yeah. And I would, because people are like, and I'll put the image right now. And then that's when the image would pop up in the video, but I have no idea how to do any of that. I might learn how. Don't get your hopes up that a thing will happen within the video part. This is still a podcast. I don't want you guys to feel obligated to actually look at what's happening, because most of the time there isn't. Most of the time? None of the time there isn't. Only use your ears.
Use your imaginations, and once we get people to animate it, and when I mean we get people to animate it, people will have the urge and desire to animate it.
With our copious amount of funds we'll be getting from monetization.
Oh, the monetization will come in. It'll be rolling in like the Thunderbirds of such, I don't know where I'm going.
And Thunderbirds are, a mythological creature, so it really fits this whole thing, is how it's a fantasy.
Life is a fantasy.
You know what isn't a fantasy? The fact that this morning I found a fucking retainer in our apartment stairway.
Are you telling me that was this morning? I just got here. Okay, so we need to find the timeline for this. Okay, so yeah. You explain it first on how you found them, and then I'll explain how I encountered these, and we'll go from there.
Well, when I left around, around noontime, and I only saw the one half of the retainer at the landing right before you walk out the door. I didn't see the second one until my way back, whenever I was coming home and walking up the stairs. And, I sent a snap to our neighbors, like, hey, have you seen this shit? And they're like, yeah, we were shook. So...
we haven't left the apartment since.
Which is completely valid. So that's when I saw the retainer, was at noontime, and I guess they're still there.
So yeah, I just got home, 19 minutes ago, right now, before we started recording this, and I'm just like, there's a piece of a retainer, like the bottom half, I think, or the top. You know, the top that you put into your mouth.
Yeah.
That portion.
Yeah.
That portion was there.
Yeah.
On the landing, I was like, okay, weird flex, but all right. I keep walking up, and I'm about to turn up to the second story, and I'm walking up the stairs, and I notice that there's the other portion that you would put in your mouth. You know, the other part of the retainer. That's not the top and or bottom. I couldn't remember because I was too scared to figure out what the fuck was happening. So I'm like, that's a bit of a retainer, just like the one down there. And now there's like clipper guards there as well. I need to get the hell into my apartment and stay there for the rest of the night because I think that is a murder scene or somebody got kidnapped. I don't know what happened. I don't want to know what happened, but I slightly do because that's like a Law and Order episode, like low grade Law and Order. But I would still love to see it. Like, I want to know what happened.
Maybe they're just like maybe the person wore the retainer for years and decided that I don't need this anymore, and they just stripped it of themselves and they ran free. They spread their jaws and they flew away with their teeth.
See, what was really scary though was my first thought is I don't know why it was. Excuse me, I had a burp. The thought that I had was that it was your retainer. And I was like, why would he throw his retainer? And I was like, that's not right at all. This scene is getting more horrific in my mind as it plays out. Just imagine somebody's coming home. They're like from the dentist or whatever. They're going someplace, right? And they're just walking, carrying on their logical day. They leave their apartment from probably the third or second floor because that's where it had to be.
Yeah.
And, they're walking out, doing their thing. All of a sudden, they just get attacked or jumped. And they're like, the only way that I can identify that I was here is to throw the retainer here and there and leave it like their edge guard clippers because I guess they were, a hairstylist, whatever, what have you, something mundane. And now they're kidnapped, and now they're on a mission to God knows where, doing God knows what.
Okay. Maybe it's like when they got the retainer, like they got it that day, and it's like it's a bit too tight, and so like throughout the day they're like kind of almost like about to pop off, and that's when they did. They just popped out of the person's teeth, and they're like, "Ew, it's on the floor now. I don't want to have to deal with this." And so they just
yeeted back to the dentist.
Yeah.
Hey, the shits that you gave me too tight.
What if it's two different retainers? What if it's not a set, but two completely different ones that belong to two different people? And the second person saw the first one and was like, shit, that seems kind of cool, and just took theirs out and left it in the landing. And then, when we go out there again, we'll find a third one, because I guess people in our building think it's a hip new craze. And maybe if enough people do it, I might do it, because I want to go into fads like this. Maybe they're trying to summon the Tooth Fairy. Maybe it's a ritual that we don't know of. Maybe it's just, I don't know. This was going many places, and I think I'm just going to end it there. But we have to not rule out the possibility that's two different people's retainers, and not just one person's set.
Go on.
Oh. Maybe it's like, I don't know. Because I've never seen a retainer out in the wild like that before.
As it frolics amongst our stairwell.
Yeah.
It's the stairs, I tell you.
Jesus Christ. I feel like it's becoming reality. The stairs are involved somehow, even though they're not stairs out in the woods, and they're completely fine stairs.
You know what? You walked down the stairs and found one set of retainer.
True.
One half of that retainer. And all of a sudden, you come back, there's another one. And whenever I come in, there's clippers. Guards to a clippers. Now, there's probably going to be something else out there. Maybe there is going to be a third retainer. What happens if there's like a binky from a baby?
Jesus Christ.
This would be terrifying. These stairs are haunted, and we should no longer use these stairs.
What if it belonged to like the maintenance people that come by and that vacuum the carpet out there? And they were
Are there actually maintenance people that come out and vacuum our...
I don't know. I don't know who else it would be. Just some people, our neighbors, being like, "Man, I'm going to do a nice thing and just vacuum the carpeting outside."
I've never seen anybody vacuum the carpet.
I've heard it though.
Have you?
I've heard vacuuming right outside our door.
That's terrifying. I've never once heard that. But then again, like I work at weird hours of the day.
Yeah, there have
When I
been a
mean
couple
weird hour,
times.
I mean normal hours of the day.
It's like it's only been 2 times, and I know that's been a thing because our little welcome mat out there, like part of the, I guess the stitching or the string, like I don't
did
know,
it get
some
caught?
fuzz. I guess so because now there's like a little tiny little trail of things like right outside that wasn't there whenever we moved in. So I guess like the vacuum got stuck or something.
Oh God.
So maybe it belongs to the people who do that, who do the work. And they were like, I'm going to take out my retainer and set it down for a moment to vacuum because that's what I do. Because, whenever you vacuum, there are vibrations that must feel awkward in your little mouth bones there. And so you gotta find a way to not distract yourself from your important duties where you get paid money to do it.
All right, hold on here. I need to figure something out. So you're saying that the vibrations from the vacuum cleaner from the hand, just like it's so powerful that it generated all the way up into the teeth region, and it just started to shake and vibrate these clear plastic things that were in their teeth.
Yeah.
On their teeth, in their mouth.
Yes.
Tell me, have you ever been with a vacuum? That sounds weird. Used a vacuum in that sense to where you felt the vibration from the hand all the way to your mouth?
Hey, this is probably an industrial vacuum that they use to clean buildings.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
I've never seen an industrial vacuum before, and those are 2 words I've never used together in that way.
In a conjoined sentence. Industrial vacuum.
I'm going to look
Does
it
it
up
exist?
now.
All right, so while Sam is looking that up, let's turn it to you. Do you think that this really exists? The industrial vacuum? And if so, post a picture of it on your Instagram. We won't know if you did it or not.
Oh,
but
wait.
if you do it, follow us. We'll follow you back. And if you did it, we'll give you a like.
Oh, it's just like one of those round boys.
Oh. So technically the one
Yeah.
that's in our shop
Yeah.
is an industrial size. Never mind. It does exist. But if you want to take one anyways, do it.
Great.
We would love to see you participate
Yeah,
in the
this is-
industrial
yes.
vacuum challenge. Because challenges are a fun craze.
This-
Nobody hates them, right?
I
Challenges are dumb. Don't do challenges, kids.
I feel like we
Do anything. Do the drugs if you want. We don't condone drug use.
let's.
But it's better than challenges.
I
As long as it's non-harmful to your development as a person
I get on the phone.
and your mental thing.
I look up something on my phone for 2 minutes, and you're already taking this in a whole weird direction.
It already started in a weird direction with the retainers.
Hey, but we didn't put the retainers there.
That is true.
Or maybe I did.
Did you?
I didn't. It's not mine.
My roommate, my buddy, my chum, my good old friend Samuel Dicker. This
Yes.
man, Schmuck number 1, El Numero Schmucko.
Jesus.
He
Ugh.
is the one who is a lovely human who's messed with his retainers before in the most comical bit I've ever seen in my life. And I had to document it on Twitter. Shout out to Random Sam Quotes.
Shouting yourself out.
I shouted out because you are also a part of it.
Yeah.
Self-plug
but
here.
Okay.
I haven't posted anything on that Twitter in a long time though because my phone's been acting wonky and technology is a fickle thing.
Yeah.
I hate it sometimes, but this is a good part of technology because you get to hear us ramble and enjoy the many miscellaneous adventures of ours, such as the Random Sam Quotes.
Yeah. Sure.
Sooner or later, our gaming channel, which that would be fun.
Yeah.
All the other fun, weird, wacky things that we're gonna do, and everything else in between. But the one thing that I hate is Apple products are awful. Apple, if you're listening, stop listening and then come back whenever I say, "Hey, are you still there?" Okay, good. Come and listen. Because Apple
wait.
What?
They wouldn't hear you. If you said, "Hey, come back," but you told them to stop listening, how would they know to come back?
All right, so I'm going to rant for about 5 minutes. If you're not
Okay.
back in that time, just continue on with your life.
Okay. I guess that's a good warning for them. I
don't know. I feel like that's good, ample enough time for me to rant.
Sure.
And besides, we can check if I'm over 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
If it gets past that point, we know I hecked up, and it's fine. So, Apple, close your ears if you're listening. And if you are listening, thank you. We're very touched and humbled. But stop listening for right now. Give me 5 minutes. So my thing is with Apple products, I think they are the worst kind of product on the planet. And it's nothing against Apple. They were one of the biggest innovators when it came to PC, like just desktop computers, and then with iPhones and stuff like that. That was kind of revolutionary. That was nice. That was pleasant to have. But the one thing that I'm so frustrated with is their iPhones. They are horrible devices after they first initially came out now. Because it's addicting and it's horrible. And there's a reason why Futurama had that whole episode based off of that. The killer app, like, it's so dumb. And for me, personally, I do not enjoy having to deal with these Apple products anymore. Literally every single time that I am doing something or I'm trying to enjoy my usage of my phone, which is an iPhone 6s, I get basically little to nothing out of it. Because I am sitting there thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be fine, this is going to be great. And all of a sudden, it tells me those cursed words. Hey, you've used up too much of your storage. You can free up by doing blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm like, hold on here. The reason why my storage is so high is because you added things that I didn't want on there.
Yeah.
Such as updates for things that I cannot use.
I have an update that I haven't gotten yet because I know it'll take up all the space.
See, you're smart. I'm not. And then I've dropped my phone a couple times, but it's been in the OtterBox case, so, you know, it should have been protected. But it literally, these phones don't last long. And they intentionally do that. You can't replace the internal batteries like you could with the older models. These newer models only last you about like maybe 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And then you have to go and get the new phone. You have to continuously upgrade to the next generation. They do that so they can continuously make money off of us, and that they don't have to keep working harder to keep maintaining one kind of phone. They want to be new and innovative, but at the same time not put in as much work, I feel. And that, to me, is why I do not like Apple products. I wish that they would fix their practices a little bit. I don't know if this was like Steve Jobs' idea or vision whenever he was around in running the company. It's really hard to say.
I don't think so. I feel like the big innovators, the people who originally created these big companies, had good intentions, but then other people kind of warped their ideas and used it for monetization and all that.
Monetization, yeah.
Monetary gain without, keeping their original intents and visions in mind. And that's no good.
It really is no good. And I don't understand why they have to continuously do the things that they do. And I guess I should get down from my soapbox, but at the end of the day, they're a corporation. They're trying to stay around. They're trying to stay relevant with everything that's changing and trying to be ahead of the competition. But by doing that, I think that they are... I should not say think. I know that they are putting us at stake of being moved to the next big thing, to the next competitor, rather than keeping us in a place to where we feel comfortable still being with Apple. And Apple, I tell you, the first iPhone that I got, the iPhone 3, it wasn't that bad. I liked it. And now I'm just like, when can I just go over to the Android side and get a Galaxy Note? That's me in a nutshell right now. And the only reason why I feel like I'm not going to go over to a Galaxy right now is because I have music that I've purchased from iTunes, but that's dying. So maybe there is time for me to jump over, and I can just keep this iPhone 6, maybe rock with it for a little bit, delete all the apps on it, and just keep it as a place to where I can play my music, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people are apparently doing that, so, Apple, you can come back now. It's been 5 minutes.
Great.
I've done my rant. And now we can continue on with the rest of the episode.
Yeah, maybe Apple. Maybe looping back to the retainer. It's
Apple's.
Yeah. Yes.
It is Tim Apple himself.
What?
Tim Apple.
Okay. Yeah. No, an Apple employee put the retainers there because with the whole new upgrading thing, it's like, oh, don't you hate it when your fucking retainers fall on the dirty ground of your apartment building? Well, with the iRetainer, you cannot have that happen. Because with our amazing Bluetooth, that would work well. Because Bluetooth and teeth and dental care. I don't know where I was going with this. I got excited just to make the little joke there. But the iRetainer can connect to your devices, and you can with apps you can feel the sensations of chewing without having to chew. I don't like the words I'm saying. I'm just going to...
I don't either. Can we continue on from now? From chewing to not chewing things. Hey,
the bit
segue.
The
that
thing,
was awful.
Wow.
That was not an organic segue.
It's fine.
Eventually we'll get there. Eventually we'll be better at it.
Yeah, man, we were doing so well with the Layla episode, and then Layla left, and then now we're just like, fuck, shit, damn it. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get back there. Give us at least 3 more episodes.
This is what happens,
and we'll have another guest.
No, this is what will happen.
We'll have Sarah or Kayla over, and it'll be great.
Or we'll have a clone of me.
I was just about to say that. Actually, wow. You're reading my mind.
We're the same person.
We've been living together for 3 years now.
That's a lot.
Sink that in, right?
That's a long time.
That's longer than my relationship.
Wow. I don't know what you're trying to imply.
No,
okay.
I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying that literally is longer than my relationship.
Wow.
It's like 1 year longer.
I'm part of that relationship now.
You are.
Why?
I don't know.
Sorry, Leah.
I love you, honey. You are my everything.
Jesus
This is genuine. Sam is just one of my best friends.
I'm just...
One of many.
I just live.
When I mean many, I mean you and a select few people in my life.
Wow.
You know who you are.
Oh.
You know.
If I said that I've gotten people at work to do that, I think I have. There's like a lot of people that know that.
You are a trendsetter without knowing that you are, I feel.
Yeah, because there's like maybe 4 people at work who know about the you know, and then they just do it, and it's great. My coworker Jeff, shout out to Jeff if you listen to this.
You never told him about it?
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like there are some things at work I tell people. I don't know if the podcast is one of them. We'll find out, especially since one of the episodes focused heavily on Walmart.
You should tell Supervisor Logan about that one.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Shout out to him because he was the one who told you about the lore.
Yeah, he told me about the
Walton 6.
Yeah, the Walton Warriors and the influences they have. We just keep building the lore sometimes whenever we talk to each other and all that. But getting back to the original point, coworker Jeff, he's on vacation currently, and he said, oh, and then he told me that. I'll say whenever I come back. So we're going to see what happens, and I am waiting because that's a good bit. He's really committing to it, waiting that whole time.
You know what? I want him to hold on to it until you've completely forgotten about it, and he just goes, and then walks away. He just like walks up to you while you're doing it, and you're like, yes, and then walks away, and you're just standing there befuddled, confused, right in front of the asparagus. I don't know why. That just seems like a funny fruit to hold while you're just...
A funny what to hold?
Fruit. It's a vegetable.
A funny fruit?
You work in produce.
Yes.
So you deal with fruits and vegetables. I apologize.
Yeah. Oh, you apologize.
Yes, produce man.
Oh, it's not like you got a vegetable mixed up with a goddamn fruit. Oh, the asparagus is fruit now. Oh, I guess in Luisland, asparagus are fruit!
Are you good?
I'm great. I feel like we need a loud moment because it looks very quiet on the wavelengths here. Like, I don't know if that's more quiet than usual.
Did you put it on 2?
It's on 2.
That's weird.
Maybe it's because, see, this is the whole you being on the right and me being on the left. It doesn't know what to do now. It's like, hey,
it's confused.
It's
befuddled in front of the fruit-like asparagus.
The FBI man looking at me through the little
did you hear that?
camera. Yeah, that was oh god. Ugh. Oh. Yikers. Sorry, people.
We love you, and we apologize.
Now I have the urge to do it, but I can't because
just do it underneath the table.
It's
I
fine.
feel like
Yeah, because it's like whenever you see a human do thing, you're like, I must also do thing.
Like the yawning.
Yeah, but we can't really control that. That's not really a want.
Yeah.
Just kind of go for it, which is weird of how people just do that.
You know what else is a thing that's weird that we see other people do that we want to do? Gaming.
What? You're right.
Segue?
Sure.
Horribly.
Wow.
Into the next topic. I've just had an urge to talk about gaming since E3 happened, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah, 2, 3, a long time ago.
And E3 was very underwhelming.
Was it? Really?
For me, it really was, because there was nothing excited.
Really?
The only thing that was exciting was all of Nintendo's stuff.
But that's a given.
And that's the reason why. Like, with Sony pulling out of E3 not to do anything.
That's right.
Like, a lot of games that were announced that were platform, they got their trailers revealed, and some of them were also like Sony games that are going to be there because it's cross-platform.
Yeah.
So they got their stuff revealed for whatever reason, like later on in the day, like some that were like Sony exclusive. I think I could be completely wrong. Somebody go back and fact check for us if you want.
Yeah, that's it.
For that whole minute. Second. To me, though, E3 used to be so much more exciting and fun to watch. I don't know. I think in the last couple of years, it hasn't been like that, except for maybe sometimes Sony, whenever they are like, oh, we have the PS4 and this fun, fabtabulous Spider-Man game that's coming out. Like, whenever they have their super big project that's an exclusive, that's fun. That's a fun thing to watch. But now that they kind of pulled out, Nintendo kind of pulls out too, and they just do the direct instead of like being directly at the conference and doing their stuff. It just doesn't seem fun anymore. It doesn't seem like we should celebrate and be as hyped as we should be as gamers. And I have a lot of things that I'm complaining now about as an older curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Just like not having a completed game anymore. Like, sure, the first day launch games feel awesome whenever you were younger. When you got that game and you started playing, boy howdy, you were excited. But now with constant updating and patching, which I appreciate the patching. Don't stop doing that. That's great. But at the same time, developers should be allowed to fully develop a game before a publisher like EA says that you have to now ship it out.
Ooh.
And I think that is causing a deterioration of interest for gaming because people are just getting so fed up with microtransactions and everything else that is attributing to bad business practices in our eyes because we don't want to pay to play. We already bought the game. We don't want to spend extra money if it's not necessary for us to continue playing the said game.
Yeah, I get you.
And honestly, gaming content with DLC, if it's really important for us to get the full grasp of a story, maybe it should have been in the full game. That being said, I do buy DLC content whenever it is available if it's for bonus stuff, and if you pre-order it, you get that DLC automatically, and you just have to shell out a little extra $1, and that's fine with me. Rather than having to spend it all the way in the long run, I can just pay it all one point right now and then be done. The first time I ever did that was with Injustice, the very first one. And I got all the DLC content for it, and I was really happy. Because I didn't have to pay extra, I just got it immediately, and it was awesome.
I recently, in Halo 5, they have this thing where it was... Because in Halo 5, their armor unlocking system is just randomized through little packs that you get by doing various things, like leveling up or winning a certain game and like the multiplayer and all that. Or you can buy packs by acquiring points every time you win a match and stuff. But there's also microtransactions where you can buy the actual packs to get a randomized reward. Anyway, they recently did a thing where for a limited time they released a pack of helmets that were from Halo Reach, and you fucking bet I bought that because Halo Reach had the operator helmet, and that was my favorite helmet. and I bought a whole pack of helmets just to wear one, and that's how they get you, folks. They get you with nostalgia. They get you like that. I spent $10 on that for a pack of helmets, for only one helmet.
Hold on, you spent $10?
Yeah, it was a $10 pack for, like, I don't know, all the helmets from Halo. Not all the helmets from Halo Reach. I don't know how many helmets were included. And, like, you could get, like, theoretically, you could get the helmets from the randomized packs, but there's so much... There's so much armor.
So much, like, luck in that.
Yeah, there's so many armor permutations. There's just so many different things that you can get from the packs. And, yeah, now, it's like, yeah, that's how they get you. Because they know that we aren't going to probably wear any of the other helmets. We only get the packs for probably only one helmet, and one helmet alone. Because how often do you, like... And now, I don't know when it comes to, like, people... I don't know when it comes to games where you can customize your character a lot, in the terms of customization doesn't matter in terms of, like, stats and all that, like Halo. So I don't know how often you would want to customize your character if you have, like, the one helmet you like. Or if there's, like, sometimes you feel, I want to look like this. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, because in Injustice 2, they have this whole customization thing. But it started, I think, No. It did start in Injustice, I believe, first. So Injustice 2 had this whole customize your character, but the stats get different each time you add a new customization to your character. And so that means that this gets buffed in one way, and then it gets nerfed in the other, depending on how you have it. So there's no, like, true super ultra balance.
Yeah.
So it's constantly, like, you have to figure out how balanced-ish you want to get. And I really like that kind of mechanic in a fighting game, because it can make it extremely difficult for yourself if you want to make it challenging, or if you want to completely obliterate anybody who's in your way.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there's those types of players that are out there, you know? And for me, it's definitely the joy of the challenge that makes me continue to play. Also get uber frustrated whenever the challenge is, hey, I'm just going to keep using the same repetitive OP move over and over again until you quit and cry. Yeah. And I'm like, I will not cry, but I might rage quit. And that's how I stand with that. But it was really interesting to see it used in MK11. Yeah, MK11. Because I really enjoyed seeing a lot of the different customizations that they had for those characters, especially. And I just got to say, the graphical improvement that I've seen with both of those geek fighting games, so amazing. The Uncanny Valley is here, folks, and it's kind of terrifying. I like just watching PS4 game coverage, Xbox One game coverage, and even the Switch. The Switch has great graphical power now, and that's amazing to see how far we came with gaming.
Yeah.
That everything looks uber realistic and just to the point where I don't even know anymore.
And just how that little game card can hold so much.
It's just insane.
Also, speaking of, as of today of recording this, July 10th, they announced the Nintendo Switch Lite.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, today So it's basically a miniature Switch that's handheld only, and the Joy-Cons don't detach, and it has a little bit longer battery life that goes for $200 instead of $300.
Oh, right. I think that was announced. Was that announced at E3, or was it like a couple days or a week?
It was like,
because I remember you talking about it
or something like that.
Well, I thought you were talking about it. No, I think you're right. Yeah, there was it Game Explain?
Probably. There were some theories about it, but it was officially announced today. The Nintendo Switch Lite, it's coming out in fall.
Because I remember, I don't know if it was you or it was a Game Explain that I heard while you were watching it. I think that is an amazing idea. It's kind of interesting. So that means the Joy-Cons stay on it the whole entire time, and it's only handheld. Yeah,
and because of that, it doesn't have like the HD rumble and the little IR camera thing that's on the bottom of one of the other Joy-Cons. Even though that wasn't used much, so you can't play 1-2 Switch. Darn, you
mean Switch?
Yeah.
This happens bad on them.
There you go. But yeah, you can't play the first game that came to the Nintendo Switch, which people don't really play anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
They also...
Good riddance.
Yeah. They also released a Pokemon exclusive Nintendo Switch Lite, well, not released, but showed off one that will be available. Because they want to get all the possible Switches sold for the new Pokemon game.
And it's going to be a $10 pack. And you only get the one thing.
God. What if they do that? Since, the National Dex isn't there, and you can't get all Pokemon like you could have in the previous games. What if they release packs? The Hoenn pack, where all of the Pokemon from the Hoenn region are available.
I hope you know, if they ever did that, and if we ever got a Switch Lite, I would definitely shell out the money for it. You know that, going back to Futurama, you know that meme with Fry from that episode? Shut up and take my money? That's me. Replace Fry with my face, boom.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up and take my money.
All the Pokemon from the Sinnoh region now available to the Galar region. What if this is the ploy? What if this is why the National Dex isn't here? Because they'll make us pay to have our beloved favorites. Probably not. I don't think
Nintendo's that evil of a company.
They've been pretty good with that in terms of not having it.
Good guy Nintendo. That's who they are.
Well, technically it's Game Freak because they're the ones who made the decision. Right. Nintendo's just there.
Right. But, Nintendo's the publisher.
Yeah, it's
Game Freak is the developer.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's one of the biggest confusions that a lot of us make as gamers is that we don't really do deep dive research onto our stuff, except for whenever we get corrected by a fellow gamer. And that is a great save though, because publishers like EA are horrible. Game developers like Game Freak are not. They get to have a say in their stuff whenever it comes to creating the game, and sometimes they'll get shut down by the publisher if it's in the best interest for the game. But I really think that Nintendo does a really great job as a publisher.
Yeah.
I do not think that they've ever done anything that was too heinous, other than, creating all those horrible Wii games because they could, and that was kind of evil and devious. Just imagine you as a child with a Wii, and your grandmother, who doesn't know any better, gets you a Wii game that's I don't know, a redneck carnival game.
Jeez.
And now you're playing this, and you're like, I could have been playing Metroid Prime on my Wii.
Wow.
But here I am.
Metroid Prime Trilogy when, though? That could have been in there. Because we aren't getting Metroid Prime 4 for a good while, because they recently had to change the developers. Since, they had to change teams. So I feel like it'd be a perfect time to release the trilogy. Because I haven't played really any Metroid game. Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 being those.
Metroid Prime is very interesting to me because I'm not a big fan of first person perspective in gaming. I don't know why. It's just how I am. I like the over the shoulder action. Yeah. Always have been a fan of that because life is the biggest one player game experience that you can ever have, and it's all in first person, and it sucks. I wish I could switch and see around the camera just to see how dumb I look sometimes, but I can't.
I mean, I appreciate games that have both options. Like Skyrim is one that has both options, right? And others most likely.
GTA surprisingly has that feature.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
And also racing games.
Which why would you? That's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
If I had a steering wheel and maybe it was in VR, fine. But even then, it's no, give me the third perspective. I already have to do this on a daily basis. And me having to go 150 miles down a track, this is over.
And GTA has that one thing where if you're in a car, it has this weird cinematic perspective that changes the camera angle every
you're driving
half mile.
I just love the tire perspective because you get a little bit of maneuvering, but you're screwed. You just can't drive.
I remember that there was I think it was a little game mode someone made where you have to drive a bus, and it's based on the movie Speed, and you can't go below the speed limit, and I think you have to be in that cinematic point of view the whole time.
No, they added the cinematic point of view for that challenge.
Right. Yeah.
Shout out to the Vidiots, who are actually a dead gaming channel, I think.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, they closed their kind of thing.
They did?
Yeah, so they all got different jobs. Peter and Ben and Michael both got I don't know why I said both. All three of these lovely gentlemen from the UK got different jobs at different companies. I think they're still kind of active, but I don't think they're under the Vidiots brand anymore, which is a sad. Vidiots is great. Go watch their compilations or their videos if they're still up.
Yeah.
Piece of Cake is the name of the thing where they did that, and it was great. The bus that can't slow down.
That's right.
It was amazing.
It's good. Yeah, I completely forgotten that's where we watched it.
Yeah.
Good shit.
And so, this whole gaming sphere, I feel, needs to change if it's going to survive at some point in time. Is what every person says every few decades.
Yeah. How so?
I feel that we need to continue to try to be innovative. Speaking like I'm an actual developer when I'm not.
Wow.
But I think innovation continues to grow, and which is a good thing. We need to try something outside of ourselves and what our comfort zones are if we want to have like the best immersive experience. And as theater artists, we know that the better the experience that a person has, the more likely they're going to come back to that experience or something reminiscent of that and continue to go to the theater and keep watching live shows or go to a TV show that they like or a movie that they enjoy or scripts from a certain playwright. You know what I mean? Like, trying something new is never a bad thing. It's always a good thing whenever it is being placed in the hands of people who know how to do it correctly. And you know what? That's just fun. That's the fun for it for me. Is I like playing games that are different. Like, you can give me Arkham City, Arkham Knight, Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum all day long. You can give me games like that, the fun action adventure stuff, Uncharted. But at the end of the day, sometimes I just want to play a game like The Beautiful Katamari, you know?
Yeah.
And that is where I'm going to leave it there.
Oh.
Sometimes you want to play some Halo.
Yeah.
Other times you want to play Neighbors Got Ate by Zombies. That is not how that title goes.
What?
It's Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh.
And it's a weird game.
I just thought you were just pulling stuff out of your ass. Like with the previous Wii thing, where it's just...
No, there's
games.
a redneck game on the Wii. Legit. If you look it up real quick.
Let's see here.
By the way, the episode is ending in 3 minutes.
Is it? Have we like said...
I don't know. Have we gone through the gambit of things that we wanted to talk about today?
I feel like that I can't type and talk because I'll type in what I'm speaking.
That seems
shit!
better. I told you, yeah, it's a real game.
Redneck Jamboree!
Now, I said carnival games, but it's basically the same thing. It's like, it's really bad.
12 redneck-inspired events?
Yeah.
What?
It's a real game. It's horrible. I saw somebody talking about it as like one of the top 10 worst Wii games. And let me tell you, there's a lot of bad Wii games out there.
Calvin Tuckers. Where do you get off, Calvin Tucker? You can get this at GameStop for $3 used.
Wait, $3? That's definitely way too much for that game.
There's a limited stock.
I wonder why. Who could have wondered and guessed that Redneck Jamboree would be in limited supply?
It has a 2.4 out of 5 on GameStop and 26% on Metacritic.
Honestly, it's way too high of a Metacritic score, I feel. Because it's a game that just depends on all motion control, which isn't bad, but it's just...
There's a Redneck Racing by Calvin Tucker as well.
Please, no, stop. Somebody stop this man. Somebody stop him now.
Farm Animals Racing Tournament.
Oh my god.
It's Diddy Kong Racing, but with farm animals. And it's redneck. There's a pig wearing overalls driving a tractor with fire coming out of it, and there's a porcupine stuck to the grill. I think that's it. That's the game. I'm only looking at the box art, and it feels like I've already played the game just by looking at it. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but this isn't a book, so it's fine.
And I think that's where we're going to leave it today.
Yeah. So remember, kids, if you find the retainer in your stairway, question it.
And never look back.
Yeah, it's okay. Remember.
And also, don't judge a game by its cover.
Yeah, I mean, you can. We won't judge you by judging it, or maybe.
But always look at the reviews before you buy it.
Look at and judge it for yourself. Or if you're able to play it without spending copious amounts of money on it, that's also good. Get a taste for yourself before you decide if you really want to have it in your life.
So, thank you again for listening to us ramble on.
Of course, as we always do.
And we just like to have some feedback, as always. So if you have any comments or concerns, or anything you want us to talk about, literally, we will do it. Because we love to have feedback from you guys, and you guys are what drives us to do this.
Yes.
We like talking about silly, wacky things, but the legit stairs are terrifying.
They really are.
Retainers on stairs are absolutely terrifying. And gaming and big tech companies should stop treating us like sheep.
Yeah.
And cattle. So, it's an informative show as well as wacky.
Yeah, I feel like wacky should come first.
It's a wacky and informative show.
Somehow that I feel
less informative, more of opinionated.
Yeah, that's it. Because I feel like out of all the whenever I have to put in the tags for the episode, informative isn't one of the things that comes to mind. I just put entertainment because nothing else I don't think fits as well. I'll just leave it there.
And that's where we're going to leave it today.
Yeah.
Unless you have another thing that you were going to say.
I was just going to say that there's a comedy tag, but I feel like that's a bit too generous. Comedy is subjective. Anyway, this was fun.
Gold is forever. Bye, gold, bye. Shout out to Gravity Falls.
Of course.
You will always be in my heart.
Wow.
Until we meet again.
And another good cartoon is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, that's such a good show.
It is. And we can talk about that next episode. Probably. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about, leave it in the comments below. Let us know. And as always, I've been Luis.
And I've been Sam.
And we are Two Schmucks and a Mic.
See you guys next time.
Peace and love.